Yo, what's happening? What's happening? This your man, OG Benny Black, Respect the Game Radio. Oh boy, I brought y'all a good one today. Big Ant, the spokesman, UPTV, snapping on that boy, Adam 22. Doing Adam 22 real bad, y'all. Big Ant say Adam 22 is flawed as fuck. Say he need to quit faking. But I'm going to let y'all listen and look and hear it for y'allself. So continue to watch the video and hit that like and subscribe button. Until the next time, y'all know what to do. Peace. Believe that.
There's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue. And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting 6 figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more. Our Patreon, which was absolutely killing it for a year or two when we were doing uncensored, aka nude interviews with up-and-coming superstars like Kazumi and Sky Bree, fell off quite a bit with the launch of Plug Talk and a decreased interest in seeing us interview stars. In addition to that, you might recall that the channel took quite a hit when approximately 8 of our hosts left the platform in March of 2023. Although we've definitely largely recovered and managed to build up a very healthy roster of talent since then, that certainly took a toll on our business for a while as well. All that stuff hurt the business, but we were still solidly profitable. That is, until the last few months, where we experienced 2 major L's that we never could have seen coming. First, we lost the No Jumper Instagram. After almost 10 years of building it up and essentially no strikes on our account, we got taken down one day and we still have absolutely no idea why. We've had no luck getting it back despite being in contact with what seems like every Instagram recovery guy on the face of the planet. We were bringing in a very solid amount of cash monthly that was keeping us afloat via selling sponsored posts on the account, and that mostly vanished overnight. And while we've been growing the new No Jumper LA account up ever since and managing to sell sponsored collab posts using my Instagram and the No Jumper LA account, DM or email if interested, we aren't making anywhere near as much from Instagram now. Side note, if you're a Meta rep, please DM me. I would love to speak to anyone who could help with this. And second, in addition to that, we have been hit with a lawsuit from a former employee. Now, essentially everything in this lawsuit is completely fictional, and every lawyer that I've spoken to about it has described this as basically an extortion attempt, but it still cost us a ton of money already, and it's expected to cost us many hundreds of thousands of dollars to see this through to completion. It's insane to me that a person that we did so much for can just invent some grievances out of thin air and cost us this much money as a result. This person has literally lost every single friend that he used to have when he worked at No Jumper. But somehow, that's our reality, and we have to fight this rather than just give in to this piece of. So as a result of all these circumstances, we are making some changes. Over the last few months, we laid off multiple employees in an attempt to reduce our expenses as much as possible. We closed down our store on Melrose, and we're in the early stages of selling our current warehouse and moving into a smaller space. To be honest, aside from the layoffs, which sucked, I'm pretty happy about a lot of these changes. I've realized that I should have paid more attention to DJ Vlad and kept my overhead as low as possible, particularly in terms of staff and location. I'm confident that once we get the building sold, we'll be in a pretty solid financial position again as a business. Oh, and I also just want to note that I am talking about No Jumper as a business. I've got another business in the form of Plug Talk, and I've got a pretty decent investment portfolio on a personal level. I mean, $2 million in debt, and I never had to file for bankruptcy like T-Rel. But I honestly spend pretty much all of my time trying to create as much content as possible with No Jumper, and I can't really justify doing so unless the fundamentals of the business make sense. It was a big decision to share this stuff with you guys, but at a certain point I realized that I've been honest with the world about just about everything in my life over the years, and it felt wrong to keep all this stuff that we've been dealing with in secret.
I know that
I titled it that way to get a certain reaction, and I, can't help but kind of hype it up enough to make it go viral. But ultimately, I just really wanted to make the video.
Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on Adam the Atheist, a.k.a. Adam 22, Mr. Don't Got a Clue, a.k.a. Nigger Needer 22, once again.
And last week complaining about how all my Crips were gone. Just like that, God got me. We're getting one back. Still got 3 to pray for, but we're getting one back. God is good. Free all the Crips.
This is your final warning. The Gov owes you $5,800, but if you don't claim it, it's gone forever.
The first time I was invited to your show of yours, I had to look up like 30 things. So I thought you were inviting me to.
You thought I was black when you
no,
first
well,
got
yeah,
invited.
that too also. Well, because everyone said Adam does hip hop, so I didn't know you were just the slave owner and not the.
Wow.
Listen,
And I had a link in the description where you can watch the clips at the beginning in full from the No Jumper channel, as he decided to jump out there and get ahead of the conversation that was going to happen online, that he was going to have to sell his warehouse that he had bought a few years ago, also close his Melrose storefront, and also he's laying off, downsizing, and facing lawsuits. Good way to do it, to go ahead and control the narrative and everything like that. But when it comes to me, I like to spill the real, keep it all the way trill. I like to operate heavy in logic, common sense, and thinking before speaking. That's just always been me. So, with that said, this is a part of life for anybody. Nobody is bulletproof to having to downsize, having to lay off, having to cut back, making a projection, and thinking that the money is going to keep flowing how it is. And Adam 22 is most definitely not broke, as in, hey, he ain't got money no more, he ain't suffering, and he's suffering and don't know where's next dollar coming from. Nah, he's still running the bag up and things like that. But what he did mess up on right here is he jumped out there, flexed it, and popped it like this right here can't happen. And the major L with all this, as we gonna get into the layers, you put your life and your wife on the line, put on the table, put on the blade for other niggas, like I say, nigga needer, to lay that log in her, and you're still having financial problems after that. And I thought that was the ultimate goal right there. And this is what I tell y'all, never sell your soul for $1, never sell your soul for the analytics, never think in your mind it's content to die so I can go viral, as he's even trying to go viral off this moment with this announcement, to the point I even think that they ran an ad campaign to post it on several blogs, because I seen blogs pushing it up like these were paid promo ads and things like that, where nigga, you trying to chase and capitalize to go viral off of anything. Why do that when in the end, the stature that you had, oh, I'm this big entity and things, I got to downsize in the long run anyways. Was it worth it, my nigga? Because obviously you didn't get enough money because you still got to downsize, which it can happen to anybody. Any of us can go through some financial things, bro. But it's the way that he acts and the way that he thinks and moves. And the fact that you have to go to Vlad to use common sense to not have a high overhead, bro, I would think a nigga that's that old would know, hey, nigga, let me not create this high thing that I'm gonna have to keep going on and keep paying for every month. Because in the long run or the foreseeable future, it might have a time where the money not coming in like that no more. You have to follow Vlad from that. It's Vlad your daddy, nigga. You always referencing Vlad business motto like it's not common sense or logic to not create a high overhead for yourself. But other things he's doing. When it comes to this lawsuit, my nigga, I don't care about that. That's white on white issues. Don't really concern me. But Adam, quit lying, my nigga. You done all your employees dirty. You aired the nigga house phone out, which he was up here busting up boys' backs. That's on him anyways, but you gotta wear that. But nigga, you aired him out. Nigga, he can put a lawsuit on you for that, nigga. You exposed that man confidential business. Now, I don't know what you and the dude Yuri got going on. I'm really not concerned with it either. But nigga, don't act like you some type of saint that ain't never snaked your employees, did your employees dirty. I don't know what he tripping off of specifically, but if a nigga say you did something that was foul, I'm gonna believe it, because we done seen over the years you not take accountability, you make foul acts towards niggas, you do disrespectful things to people, and then you just play oblivious to it. That game don't work with me, nigga needer 22. It is what it is. On top of the fact,
Why are you still talking about T-Rail being bankrupt and owing $2 million? One thing about black people, we don't care, my nigga. He gonna still get up and live his life, be with his kids, do what he do. That's you who think that that's something to clown a nigga over. Hey man, that nigga bankrupt or T-Rail ain't got no money. Like, bro, them niggas turned you up, Adam 22. Let's keep it a band. With the lane you in right now, they gave you that. You went to all the gang members from that background and that lifestyle and culture in LA, and now your whole platform is about gang banging, my nigga. To the point, like I put in the video earlier, you're celebrating Crips to, hey man, they coming home, man. I thought I was gonna lose all my Crips. If that ain't a nigga neither talking point, I don't know what is, bro. And like I tell y'all all the time, this is nothing more than him trying to capitalize off the moment and hoping that he go viral for it being like, bro, nobody really cares in the long run. This is just for your audience and for you to try to trend online once again. I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Anybody can go through financial ruins. Nobody's bulletproof through this. This is why I don't make fun of people when they down unless they coming at me trying to tear me down. Then I do it for you specifically to pop up, to pop my ish on you, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do that in the world, nigga. I've never had money. I've never been a rich nigga. I've never been a millionaire, so I know the life and values without attaching it to money. Nigga, I can appreciate life without money. But when you're Adam 22, you don't believe in God, you sell your soul, you'll do anything to go viral or die trying. These are the things that matter to you. You was popping about that stove, you was popping about this, you was popping about that. You put your wife on the blade, sold on the market by all black meat, my nigga, and got her beat down to still have to downsize the business, my nigga. And them girls that you were doing the movies with, stop using the word superstar. Them girls is not superstars, my nigga. A superstar is Michael Jackson or Beyonce and Rihanna, my nigga. Them girls is doing what they do. They getting their backs beat in too. Do what y'all, that's y'all choice, your body and stuff. But my nigga, you should have known that that was just gonna be a run. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. Your nigga needers got to know and understand this, bro. When you come into this game and get up in this lane of the black community, real niggas and solid niggas or just grown men, niggas that understand common sense, you understand that money is up and down. You know that, nigga, it's always a rotating table and doors, bro. It happens to everybody. But Adam, same guy that's talking about these views all of a sudden, this is second time having to downsize within the last year. Y'all remember last year, he came and cut back everybody, cut the live shows and things like that. Then, the dude, homie, 4 Extras came through, turned him back up. He started the live shows again, but he had just got done popping it to Joe Budden about how many views he get. Then came and gave a whole speech. Yeah, man, we cut back on the shows. Man, I just want to put out quality now. We gonna downsize, so our views are gonna go down. Now you're back bragging about the views and trying to put out as much content as possible again. Hey, my nigga, you lost in the sauce and doing whatever you can do in the moment, and that just is what it is, bro. This nigga don't got it figured out, and a lot of us don't. We all trying to figure it out every day. We all waking up freestyling. The thing is your freestyle gonna lead to you just pushing out a bunch of nonsense.